If you're thinking about starting a plant-based diet, you're going to want to stay tuned as Michael and I discuss important information you will need to know before you start your plant-based diet. And if you're looking on further information on plant-based diet, don't forget to subscribe as we release videos each Friday.
About 7 years ago, when our son was first born, we started transitioning to a plant-based diet. And back then there was a lot of information to sort through, and we would like to help you understand what a plant-based diet is and the number one mistake that most people make when they start transitioning to a plant-based diet.
Okay, so we're going to start off with what is a plant-based diet. A plant-based diet is a diet that focuses on the consumption of whole foods such as vegetables, grains, beans, nuts, and seeds. It also aims at minimizing animal-based foods such as meats, eggs, and dairy, and minimizing processed foods such as soda and pastries. It is important to note that there is a broad spectrum of plant-based diets, so I am going to read to you the different types so that you can decide where you fit. Starting in the upper left-hand corner, we're going to start with vegan. If you are a vegan, you consume no animal products. A raw vegan not only consumes no animal products, but at least 75% of it is raw. Below that, lacto-ovo-vegetarian. They consume no flesh foods except for eggs and dairy. A lacto-vegetarian consumes no flesh foods and eggs, but does include dairy. An ovo-vegetarian, no flesh foods and dairy, but includes eggs. Pescatarian or pesto-vegetarian is vegetarian or vegan, but includes fish. Semi-vegetarian or flexitarian includes meats, poultry, fish, dairy, and eggs, but on occasion. And then there are nutritarians. Nutritarians focus on consuming nutrient-dense foods. Now that we know what a plant-based diet is, we are going to move on to the number one mistake most people make when they're transitioning to a plant-based diet. It's a mistake that I've made and that Michael's made. So what is that mistake, Michael?
By trusting the label on the front and not reading the labels in the back. Seeing the words plant-based on the front of a package is a great start, but you need to turn the package around and look at both the nutrition facts and the ingredients list. And when you look at the ingredients list, you want to make sure that you're finding foods that you recognize and understand, and not foods that are chemical-based that you really can't pronounce.
If you are plant-based and you do not want to have eggs or dairy, you want to keep in mind that there are plant-based products that will contain eggs and dairy because they might be plant-based, so most of it may come from plants, vegetables, grains, but they still can contain eggs and dairy. So when you're looking at the ingredients, if that's something that's important to you, you want to make sure that you read through the ingredients, the entire list, and make sure that it does not contain eggs or dairy.
You also want to make sure that you're not getting duped by the ingredients list when you're looking at things like wheat, thinking that it's whole wheat. You want to make sure that you see the words whole wheat or 100% whole grain.
If you're looking to reduce your sodium, you want to make sure that you're looking for the labels that say low sodium or no salt added rather than reduced sodium or less sodium, because the reduced and less sodium labels only mean that there is 25% less sodium than the original product, which still means that there could be a ton of sodium in that product.
Another thing that we noticed that the manufacturers stick in the foods that you would never expect to be there are oils. And you'll find these packages that should never have oil in it, and one of the very top ingredients is oil. And especially if you're looking to lose weight, you want to cut out those foods that contain the oils. Another thing you want to look for is the sugars and added sugars in a product.
We're going to give you an example of sugars versus added sugars so that when you go to the supermarket and you're looking at the nutrition label, you know exactly what you're looking for. And especially if you're somebody who is trying to reduce your sugar intake, when you look at the ingredients, as you can see in this particular situation, these are apple chips, and in the ingredients it says organic apples. That's it. Now, if you go up to the nutrition label, it's going to say total sugars, which in this case, it's 20 grams of total sugars for a serving size of about 2/3 of a cup, which you will see at the very top of the nutrition facts. Going back down to the sugars, underneath the total sugars, you will see it says includes, and in this case, 0 grams of added sugars. So what does that mean? Well, the sugar in this product comes directly from the apple. No sweetener has been added to this product. So if you're looking to reduce your sugar intake, you probably want to look for the products that includes 0 grams of added sugars, such as these apple chips. Now, this is a product that does include added sugars, so I'm going to go ahead and go through this with you. In the center, you can see in the nutrition facts, it says total sugars 7 grams. Right next to it, in parentheses, it says includes 5 grams of added sugars. Right underneath the nutrition facts are the ingredients. So you want to go down to the ingredients, and the first ingredient in the lower left-hand corner says organic raspberries, and next to that, organic white grape juice concentrate. So the 7 grams is the combination of the organic raspberries and the organic white grape juice concentrate. The organic white grape juice concentrate is the sweetener that they have added to this product, which is where the 5 grams of added sugar comes from. The other 2 grams come from the raspberry itself. So the next time you go out to the supermarket, pick up a package, look at the ingredients, and begin to get used to reading the labels, because it is something that you will need to practice. You will start to learn to pick out the ingredients that you do want and you don't want in your foods. And if you have any further questions about reading labels, go ahead and ask us in the comments below, and Michael and I will answer them as soon as we can. If you are going to start a plant-based diet, don't forget to like our video, and we have some plant-based recipes for you to check out.